What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla stock and help you guys better understand what happened today and some very bullish indicators that just came out for the company. I'm also going to talk about the overall stock market and what the Fed is doing that could definitely affect the market and Tesla as a whole. I'm also going to talk about what's going on with the news, as we do have some major updates affecting Tesla going forward. I'm also going to end this video by talking about the German Gigafactory and what Elon Musk, the man, the myth, the legend Elon Musk, has been tweeting about that makes me very excited for the future of this company. Now, before I say anything about this, before I talk about Elon Musk's tweets, before I talk about the price action of Tesla, I do have to mention some very important things first. The first thing is I'm not a financial planner, so please do not take this as financial or taxation advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but it benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for a Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to have the opportunity to win up to $200,000 as Moomoo is giving away 200 grand for the new year. So if you want your chance, guys, please check it out. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. Anyways, guys, looking at Tesla, we did have a very crazy day. So there was something very important I told you guys about, and that was this gap right over here. Now, I predicted in my previous video that we would fill the gap and then end up closing a little bit in the red because of what's going on with the Fed in the Russian situation. But guys, we ended up actually doing almost the exact thing I said, except we ended up actually closing in the green. So we did end up filling the gap at least almost entirely. Then we closed in the green. So look at this right here, guys. I told you guys that there was a gap right here. The gap ended at around $848 a share. And what happened was, today, if you look at the 2-hour candles, Tesla ended up dipping. It ended up dipping to 850. So we were $2 away from filling it, but we almost entirely filled it. And it's safe to say that we were close enough because typically stocks, they do have to fill gaps, but it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. And we were very close to that. But then what happened is we did have a huge green candle that came almost out of nowhere. And I believe that was because of what the Fed ended up announcing. And as a result of that, we did manage to close in the green. I didn't expect that. I was wrong. I did think we'd close a little bit in the red, but I was right about the gap fill. So let's talk about that with a little bit more detail. So look at this right here, guys. AMC, it was in the red. NEO was in the red. The large majority of stocks and ETFs were kind of in the red, but Tesla was doing pretty well today. I believe that that's because the Super Bowl ended up passing. There was some good momentum. On top of that, guys, I think that we did see the spring action after we touched the very bottom of this gap fill at 850. So that did help us end up being in the green, and it is looking pretty good. But I also want to talk about this right here. So what basically happened was the Fed's Bullard, for those of you who don't know, his name is James Bullard. He's the St. Louis Fed president. And this guy basically was saying that he wants there to be a rate hike, right? He wanted to see a 1% rate hike by July. That did cause the market to kind of close in the red. However, guys, he also stated that he could kind of see how inflation could be a little bit more transitory. So he kind of went back and forth today. He also talked about the fact that when it comes to money printing, the Fed is going to keep doing it, guys, at a high rate until maybe the 10th or 16th of March. I believe the 10th is the right date. So right after they finish with the printing, that's when we're probably going to be expecting interest rate hikes. So keep March 10th on your minds, guys. The FOMC meeting is going to happen around then, and that's when you should be getting ready for those rate hikes. That's definitely going to affect the market, but that is quite a bit of time away, so the market had a positive reaction to that. Now, look at this right here, guys. I know this is very sad, but there are some concerns about what is actually going on in Ukraine and Russia. Obviously, there's a lot of tension, and and things haven't seemed to have gotten any better or much worse. They were kind of like in the middle, but there is a lot more concerns now, as it is confirmed that there are about 130,000 troops, Russian troops at the border, and they're ready to possibly strike at any given moment. I don't truly know that. They haven't done it yet, but as of right now, guys, it's not in the best of situations, which is why I'm telling you the market's very, very ambiguous right now. It's very unpredictable, and we'll really just have to wait and see how this plays out. Now, the fear and greed index is currently at 32, a little bit more on the fearful side. That's to no one's surprise, guys. We are a little bit uncertain, but the thing is, the market was getting hit from two directions. Two directions. One direction was the Russia situation, the other direction would be the Fed. Now, the Fed has kind of like relieved the situation a little bit, which is why we're seeing some good price action, but the Russia situation is not necessarily improving. So it's kind of going both ways. we are seeing some sideways action. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see it. But guys, we are kind of starting to see this upward trend that's forming for Tesla, especially amidst the really good news that's coming out. So I want to talk about the news in a little bit more detail before I end with the technical analysis. So here's the thing. I'm super bullish for the long term. For the short term, it does appear like we're following this trend line. We bounced off the $850 level of support. And if the market starts to rebound a little bit tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla runs as high as the $900 range. So be on the lookout for 900. We are kind of forming this pennant and we are respecting this lower trend line. But I don't necessarily think we're just going to run really hard this week. I see a lot more sideways action because there's so much uncertainty. But once tensions alleviate, once the market starts to really rebound, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Tesla run to the mid $900 ranges by maybe next week or a little bit later than that. So be on the lookout for that. But as of right now, it's looking a little bit more bullish than bearish as of right now. But anything could change depending on what the Fed and what happens in the Russia situation. But as of right now, it's looking not too bad. But I do want to talk about this right here. So basically, the Super Bowl happened yesterday. Obviously, there were some good ads for the EVs. It definitely had a very positive impact on Tesla. Maybe not the entire EV sector collectively, but it did end up helping Tesla at least to some degree. So I just wanted to put it out there, right? A lot of people are talking about that. Now, here is where things get very serious. So I want to talk about this before I go into any more detail. I know that a lot of people are not understanding the true context of this situation. Now, there are people basically stating that Tesla will pay $0 in federal tax despite Elon Musk's $11 billion personal tax bill. So the thing about this is they often show you a headline like this and expect you to just understand the full situation without actually looking into it. So guys, you have to see the context. Context is very important. Don't just fall for articles like this. This was all over the news. However, this is not entirely true. So is Tesla paying no money in taxes? The answer is no. They are paying taxes if you actually look at their records. I think I highlighted it somewhere like right here. So as a result, guys, they did end up reporting a loss for the year. So they will pay maybe $0 in federal corporate income tax, but they are going to pay $9 million in state tax and also $699 million in income taxes. On top of that, they did get, I believe, a write-off because of I'm not a write-off, or a deduction because of Elon Musk's tax bill. So remember, guys, they did end up reporting a loss because of the Gigafactory in Berlin and all these big things opening. So you can't expect a company that ended up with a loss to, you know, pay a whole lot in taxes. And I'm not a tax expert. I'm simply giving you guys educational information. So please don't take this as taxation advice, but I'm just putting it out there that you have to look at the context. You have to look at all the details before simply attacking a company just like that. Because the thing is, yeah, this company may be worth almost $1 trillion, but what matters is, were they even profitable, or were they at a loss? Did Elon Musk end up paying a lot of taxes to really, really help the company in a way? Think about that, guys. All those things played their role. Now, you guys are free to think whatever you want. My job right here, my intention isn't to just give you a headline then end the video like that. It's to really help you guys understand what's going on. Like right here, you could see the loss for 2021 was $130 million. They did have good revenue. They crushed it fundamentally, but this loss allowed this to actually happen. And on top of that, they got the deduction from Elon Musk's personal tax bill. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. I want to present the facts for you guys and not just look at the headline and just end it on that note. Now, anyways, another big thing I wanted to talk about is this right here. We're getting some updates from the Tesla Gigafactory in Texas once this loads. And as you guys can see, it's absolutely massive. It's ginormous, guys. You can see how tiny cars look from right next to it. And they're getting really, really ready, guys, to start production relatively soon. Once that comes, guys, it's going to be very, very bullish for Tesla stock, in my opinion. If they are opening a giant gigafactory like this, imagine a company's opening a factory and it's this huge. Imagine their production numbers, how much better it's going to be as they start deliveries. It's going to be wild. So this is the sheer size of it, guys. These tiny little things are cars. A giant semi-truck or giant containers, they look so tiny compared to how big it is. And I can't wait for what the future holds going forward. Now, I also want to talk about this right here, guys. Now, I'm sorry, the thing about the Texas Gigafactory is we could be expecting a big announcement in just a couple of weeks. For the Berlin Gigafactory, we're not necessarily there yet. There were more delays for like up until mid-March. I believe Elon Musk should be going there in a couple of weeks. But on top of that, guys, we are seeing some new innovations, such as a new advanced paint shop, which could definitely improve the way the cars look and improve customer service. So I just want to put it out there that we are getting some new innovations from the Gigafactory in Berlin, but it's not necessarily open just yet. Now, to end the video, I wanted to talk about what Elon Musk just stated. He has his Twitter page right here, and for some odd reason, all of my tabs are reloading. But basically, what Elon Musk has been talking about is he did talk about a big collab, which I think could be pretty cool. It's not necessarily the most breathtaking piece of news, but he ended up stating that he wanted this person right here, known as Rob Maher. I apologize for saying that wrong. They stated, "Hi, Elon Musk. I just published episode 1000 of Tesla Daily. I've been doing this every day, every weekend since 2017 because I believed in Tesla and its mission. I didn't think the media was sharing the truth, and there's truth behind that. Thanks for everything. We'd love to have you on the podcast sometime." Elon Musk stated that, "Wow, that's a lot of podcasts. Okay, I will do one. Maybe we could combine with Dave Lee and a few others. Once again, a very cool collab that would be." And to me, it's very, very awesome news. I would love for Elon Musk to do something like this. It would be very cool to hear him out. And I think podcasts are really, really awesome because they allow a person to really express themselves and actually speak in context, right? You get to actually see them. So, anyways, guys, a new Elon Musk podcast is probably going to happen soon. And regardless of all the news, guys, all the noise out there, the global situation is not perfect, okay? It's not perfect, which is why Tesla could really go either way, but I do expect more sideways action, and we are starting to respect this trend line right here, so it is looking pretty good. It should be okay for the next few days, but I do see us seeing a big rebound for the overall market in the next upcoming week or two, so be on the lookout for that. I wouldn't be surprised if that brings Tesla above 900 relatively soon. And right now, we do have some bullish momentum. So it's looking pretty good right now. I'd like to see how this plays out for the future. But, anyways, guys, expect some sideways action, but a little bit more on the bullish side. We should be approaching 900 relatively soon, unless something crazy comes from the Fed or Russia. But that's what I have for this one. I thank each and every one of you for listening. It's more likely for us to approach 900, and I can't wait for what the future holds. I thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Tesla to the moon, and peace out.